In an alternate world, King Albert of Elfrieden and Prime Minister Marx decide to summon a hero to face a dire threat. Kazuya Sumer, a young man training to be a civil servant, finds himself summoned as their hero. Albert and Marx explain demons appeared 10 years ago and took over the northern kingdoms. The remaining kingdoms keep them invading, but maintaining armies is expensive, so Kazuya was summoned by the bankrupt Elfrieden kingdom to trade to the Grand Chaos Kingdom instead of gold. Kazuya convinces Albert to keep him as he was training to be a civil servant. For 3 days, Kazuya learns everything he can about Elfrieden's economy. On the 4th day, Albert announces he is abdicating the throne to a shocked Kazuya, who will also marry his daughter, Lasir. A kiss note is a powerful notebook that makes anyone who has their name written together instantly fall in love if they kiss each other regardless of any circumstances. This magical and very familiar item belongs to an angel named Guri whose job as Cupid is to create couples. However, she accidentally writes down Saiji Aino, a regular high school student, and unless he kisses someone, Guri will die. She convinces Saiji to go kiss his crush, Akanehimmer, the school's popular girl, who turns out to harbor even stronger feelings for him, bordering on obsessive and psychotic. Eventually, Akane and Saiji come together, but not before Guri decides that she likes Saiji as well. What seems awesome to most guys becomes hell for Saiji, who just wants a normal relationship with girls. On his first day of high school, sumo practitioner Hainamru Usho joins Odachi High Sumo Club. Despite his short stature, professional sumo has a height requirement of 167 centimeters, 5.5 feet. Hainamru aims to become the best in high school to force the Professional Sumo Association to let him compete, and then reach the sport's highest rank of Yokozuna. However, the club's captain and only other member, third-year student Shiner Osuke, informs him that delinquents have taken over their dojo. Hainamru challenges their leader and strongest student at the school, Yumurgaho, to a fight to take back the dojo, and beats him with one hit. Humbled, Yumur also joins the sumo club after being dragged to a practice match by Hainamru and seeing how strong the wrestlers are. They compete in a local 3-man team tournament, but are knocked out by Shigarami High School. Kazuo Saiki is one of the high school students who was born having powers, including psychokinesis and teleportation. He attempts to hide it from everyone at school. He is put in several seemingly normal scenarios in which he uses it to hide his special powers. He hates attracting attention, yet he is surrounded by colorful characters who always find a way to remove him from his everyday life. As Akira Ono prepares to shut down the servers of his creation, the Morp Infinity game, he suddenly finds himself in the body of his character, Demon Lord Hakuto Kunai, after an unexplained event. The new world he wakes up in appears to be set within Infinity Game, but with some differences. He encounters and summons various companions who join him on his travels, and his reputation as a Demon Lord spreads throughout the land, making him a target. Eventually, Ono Kunai finds himself having to deal with the sociological problems of the Kingdom of Holy Light and the Satanist cult that opposes it, as he continues to pursue his mission of finding out why and how he was summoned. Fumio Tomozaki, a self-proclaimed bottom-tier character who views the real world as a trash game and spends most of his time playing video games, has a match in the Nintendo Smudge Game Attack Families against a player called No Name and wins. After the match, No Name asks Tomozaki to meet up. To his surprise, No Name turns out to be his classmate and model student Aoi Hinami. Hinami brings Tomozaki to her house and, worried about his well-being, Hinami becomes his guide to life by structuring it as a game walkthrough with a series of missions to give it the appearance of a god-tier game. Hinami's first mission has Tomozaki wearing a mask to get him to become conscious of his appearance. Having been ostracized by both her relatives and partially by society, orphaned Japanese high school student Shiz Hattori decides to sell herself at an auction in order for somebody else to take her in and have a new place to call home. At the auction in London, she is sold for £5 million to Elias Ainsworth, a 7-foot-tall humanoid with an animal skull for a head. The Magus, who seems closer to a demon than human, either brings her the light. She desperately seeks or drowns her in ever deeper shadows in her new country, Great Britain. The series deals with a romantic slice-of-life storyline in a surreal and supernatural light. The story follows the exploits of Bel Cranel, a 14-year-old solo adventurer under the goddess Hestia. As the only member of the Hestia familia, he works hard to make ends meet. He looks up to Ais Wallenstein, a famous and powerful swordswoman who once saved his life, and with whom he fell in love. He is unaware that several other girls, deities and mortals alike, also develop affections towards him, most notably Hestia herself, as he also gains allies and improves himself with each new challenge he faces. At the request of his older sister, student Hotaru Oriki joins Kamiumer High School's classic literature club to stop it from being abolished, joined by fellow members Eru Shitander, Satoshi Fucube, and Mayakar Ibara. The story is set in Kamiumer City, a fictional city in Gifu Prefecture that the author based on his real hometown of Teikayama, also in Gifu. The fictional Kamiumer High School is based upon the real-life Hida High School. They begin to solve various mysteries, both to help with their club and at Eru's requests. Yuya Tardari is a high school student with incredible athleticism who prefers his school's occult club over sports. Yuya is told by his dying grandfather to help others and die surrounded by people, and his granddad dies shortly after. Meanwhile, Megumi Fushiguro, a student from Tokyo Metropolitan Magic Technical College, is tasked with searching for a cursed object, a finger of Ryomen Sukuna, a powerful supernatural monster, known as a curse. Megumi tracks Yui down, having sensed the finger's energy from him. The duo realize that Yui's occult club colleagues have the finger, and intend to remove a protective seal on it. Doing so attracts curses, which attack them. Megumi engages the curses in battle, and Yui, after recalling his grandfather's last words, joins him. As Megumi is overwhelmed by a curse, Yui eats the finger, in an attempt to save Megumi. This causes Yui to be possessed by Sukuna, who easily destroys the curse, but intends to go on a killing spree. Yui easily suppresses Sukuna's possession, but Megumi declares that he has become a curse, and prepares to exorcise him.